So if you and your guests love the Moscow Mules that you currently make, but you want to take your Moscow Mule game to the next level, then this is the correct video for you. For those of you that don't know, my name is Ron Verpin. I'm a full-time medical doctor. I've been home bartending for about 6 years now. During that time, I've learned how to make over 150 different cocktails, and I've thrown over 60 cocktail parties. And I teach other busy professionals how to make cocktails at home. And I've already made several Moscow Mule videos on this channel, and those are simple highballs that require just 3 basic ingredients: vodka, lime juice, and ginger beer. In this video, I step up my whole Moscow Mule game and am sharing my secrets with you guys. Because if you make a Moscow Mule this way, it's a little bit more time intensive, it's a little bit more complex, but I find that this method actually leads to more overall complex, well-balanced, and better tasting Moscow Mules. I still love the Moscow Mule the classic way. I still get tons of compliments on those Moscow Mules, but this is just a small tweak that you can make to your Moscow Mule that will really elevate your highball game. And it's currently summer right now. It's super hot. A lot of parts of America are going through a heat wave. Highballs are a great way to stay cool in the summer. So I think this video is going to be very timely, and you're going to really enjoy making the Moscow Mules this summer, future summers, and also really just year round. I've enjoyed Moscow Mules, honestly, even in the middle of winter. Great cocktail. And let's get right into making it. The Moscow Mule, the way I make it this way, is going to require these 4 ingredients. So just like the classic Moscow Mule, it's going to require vodka and lime juice. But now, instead of using ginger beer, we're going to be using ginger syrup and sparkling water. So we're kind of spreading out the ginger beer into 2 different ingredients. Instead of just 1 ingredient ginger beer, we now have ginger syrup plus sparkling water. So we're doing it the more harder and complex way. But in my opinion, overall better tasting. So for the exact bottles that I'm going to be using for vodka, right now I'm going to be using Ciroc. Kind of a unique thing for me, I usually don't use more higher end vodkas, but Ciroc is still within that sweet spot range for price range for liquor bottles, $20 to $35. I found this recently for about $28, $29. If you don't have Ciroc, you can also use things like Absolute, Grey Goose, and Tito's are other great options for vodka. For lime juice, the one that I exclusively use now is Nelly & Joe's Key West Lime Juice. For ginger syrup, I'm going to be going with Liquid Alchemist. For those of you that are familiar with the channel, you'll know that Liquid Alchemist, Libre & Co., my 2 favorite syrup companies, can't go wrong with either one. I think if you're going to buy a syrup, it has to be really from one of these 2 companies. They're head and shoulders above a lot of the other syrup companies out there. And then finally, for sparkling water, the one that I pretty much use all the time now is going to be San Pellegrino. For the exact measurements for the ingredients that we're going to be using, this is going to be calling for 2 ounces of vodka, half an ounce of lime juice, 3/4 ounce of ginger syrup, and then 3 ounces of sparkling water. This is going to be a hybrid technique between a highball cocktail and a sour style or shaking cocktail. So we're going to be shaking the non-carbonated ingredients, the vodka, lime juice, and ginger syrup. And then we're going to be using my signature sandwich method for the sparkling water. The sandwich method means that I pour half of the carbonated ingredient into a glass, then I pour the non-carbonated ingredients, and then I pour the other half of the carbonated ingredient on top. So let's get right into making it. Before we put anything in the glass or in the shaker tins, let's go ahead and put 3 ice cubes in the glass. We may have room for a 4th one on top, but I like to build out the cocktail first and then see if I have room later. So now we're going to put the first half of the carbonated ingredient. This calls for 3 ounces of sparkling water, so we'll put 1.5 ounces in the glass. So that's the first 1.5 ounces. Then we're going to be putting the other ingredients in the shaker and shaking with ice. 3/4 ounce of ginger syrup. Next up, we got the half ounce of lime juice. And then the final non-carbonated ingredient, 2 ounces of vodka. So now we have all of our non-carbonated ingredients in the shaker tin. Add a cube to shake with. Remember, you should always shake with ice because ice allows you to form a good seal. That coldness really pulls everything together and gives you a good seal. So combine everything, give it a good seal like this, and the ice will really hold that seal. Then you want to shake for about 10 to 15 seconds. Now we have everything nice and combined. Go ahead and unlock the tin. Strain the non-carbonated ingredients into the glass. And then now for the final 1.5 ounces of sparkling water. And there you have it, the Moscow Mule, the new and improved way. Cheers. I really find that making this way really enhances that ginger component of the Moscow Mule and really makes it a nice, bright, refreshing cocktail, especially for the summer, going through a heat wave, whatever the case may be. If you're looking to really up your game for your summer parties or really for your parties any time of year, this is, in my opinion, the best way to make the Moscow Mule. So go out, try it, enjoy it, and really serve it to your guests. I'm sure they'll enjoy it as well. Anyways, that's all I have for today's video. If you found the advice in this video helpful, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I really like to do two styles of videos on this channel. The first one will be like this, where I do a tutorial showing you guys how to make a specific cocktail. And the second style of video will be talking head style. I go over different tips and tricks, answer questions about home bartending topics, share stories from my own journey, things like that I hope will help you guys become better home bartenders. And finally, if you really want to take home bartending even more seriously, I actually have a paid community. It'll be the first link in the description below. Thank you. Cheers.